articles, and much more. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/MSA Sports and get in on the conversation with thousands of local sports fans. Follow us on Twitter at MSA Sports and check out our YouTube channel, MSA Sports WPIHL, for hundreds of video interviews with local student athletes, game highlights, and more. Whether it's Twitter, Facebook, or our websites, MSA Sports is the place to go for high school sports in Western Pennsylvania.
When looking to replace your athletic field, choose ProGrass, First in Turf. ProGrass has installed over 500 fields in the U.S. Getting the best artificial turf for your field depends on both the product and the partner you choose. That's why architects, athletic directors, and players choose the ProGrass Performance System. ProGrass maintains an active presence in the synthetic turf industry as members of the Sports Turf Management Association and the American Sports Builder Association, and is proud to be recognized as the FIFA preferred manufacturer. Call ProGrass today, 866-270-6003, or visit them on the web at www.progressturf.com. ProGrass, First in Turf.
People ask what drives me. It's the respect I have for my opponents, the trust I have in my teammates, a coach who treats me with dignity, and a university that has faith in me on and off the field. That's what keeps me focused, why I practice harder, play my heart out. I play to win. I play for Carlo. Tell us your story using #WhatDriveSYou. Carlo University, a proud sponsor of the MSA Sports Network.
The team at UPMC Sports Medicine doesn't just rebuild wrists and knees. They build better athletes. Athletes at every level who want to get stronger and faster and prevent injuries. Fact is, no other sports medicine program in the region is more experienced when it comes to treating, training, and inspiring athletes. UPMC, the official healthcare provider of the Penguins, Steelers, and you. Find out more at upmcsportsmedicine.com.
Back here at the RMU Island Sports Complex between periods 2 and 3 on the PIHL premiere here in 2016. And, well, Enter Sandman plays in the background. I think the Sandman has entered for Fox Chapel because they have been put to sleep by this North Hills team.
Yeah, I think they'd rather go to sleep and forget this one after 2 periods at 8 goals. Shall I do a scoring summary right now?
Why not? 8-0 the score. North Hills on top. Kevin's all choked up over it. Loves the PIHL premiere that much. You need a Ricola, man.
Yeah, the
Ricola.
water just went down the wrong pipe, so.
All right, well, let's get you straightened out there and get you the scoring recap here between the second and third period.
So 7:34 into the first period is a power play goal for North Hills. These goals are all North Hills. It was Ian Keller from Jeremy Zimmer and Jarrett Warwick. And then at the 9:50 mark, it was Nathan Waters Virgin from Jesse Weedman, also power play goal. And then at the 15:51 mark, it was Keller again for his second from Sam Urbanik and John Siebert. And then the last goal of the first period, the fourth for North Hills at the 16:54 mark, so 6 seconds to go. I believe it was 6.4. It was Waters Virgin for his second, assist to Warwick. So in that first period, Keller with 2, Waters Virgin with 2, Warwick with 2 assists. Entering the second at the 5:18 mark, it was Nathan Srotka, assist to Warwick and Weedman. Warwick picked up his playmaker patch for the night with his third assist. Weedman picking up his second. At the 8:44 mark, it was Zimmer, assist to Keller. And then at 10:48, it was O'Neill. It was Liam O'Neill from number 31, Shay Jones. And then the last goal so far, I should say the 8th goal, not the last goal, last of the second period. At the 11:21 mark, it was Urbanik, Samuel Urbanik with a nice twisted wrister up over the glove of goalie Tyler Radigan, assist to Zimmer. That made it 8-0. Shots on goal. In the first period, Fox Chapel with 6. Second period, 7 for a total of 13. North Hills, first period, 14. Second period, 18, total of 32. And that's your scoring recap at the intermission as the Zamboni does his thing and floods the ice. So we get a little fresh sheet here.
Well, while the ice is getting done over, Fox Chapel would probably like a do-over on the way this one's turned out here tonight. It has been all North Hills. And the game started off, as we mentioned a couple times, Fox Chapel with a freshman goaltender, Tyler Radigan, making his first career start. And he made a couple of good saves early on, but North Hills buried a couple power play goals behind him, then got another one that Radigan never saw. And after that, the floodgates kind of opened up. But you look, Kevin, to where the turning point of this game was. It was 2-0 North Hills. And Fox Chapel had a two-man advantage in the first period and couldn't generate anything on the power play. And then once the Indians netted those two even strength goals and made it 4-0, you kind of got the feeling that this one was going to go the wrong way for Fox Chapel.
Well, it was a great opportunity for Fox Chapel in a 5-on-3, and it just looked like the puck was a hot potato for them. They just didn't possess it. They weren't smooth, moving around the rink, trying to shift the defenders where they wanted them to go so that they could then move the puck faster to an open shooter. They were just getting it, shooting it, getting it, shooting it. And I understand the whole analytics generate shots philosophy that's permeated hockey, but at some point you need to have traffic in front of the net. Everyone needs to be on the same page, and it was just shot, and it was just too easy for North Hills to clear it. And a couple of times it was like 2-on-2 below the goal line, and that's poor power play execution because you want to utilize the odd man. That's why it's called man advantage. You got to outnumber them. You got to move the puck toward the open shooters and get to the net for the tips and the rebounds. And none of that was existent. And I'm sure Coach Kaminsky was hitting on all of that at the intermission. And I believe his message coming out here is, look, we got a long season. The first two periods didn't go well. Let's try to win this period, gain some momentum, see if we can get on the scoreboard and try not to let them score.
Well, we talked about it a lot in the pregame, too, Kevin. It's a Fox Chapel team that lost their three leading scorers from last year, as well as their starting goaltender. And then the other returning keeper they have, and Alan McIver, right now involved with crew, will not be a part of the team here in the early part of the season. So it's going to be up to Tyler Radigan to carry the load here for a little while as the Foxes get the season started. And it's tough when it's your first game and you have this many power play chances against you. The special teams really the difference here early on. But Radigan definitely wanted to grow on here so far. The unfortunate thing for him, or maybe the fortunate thing, is that he has to stay in. So he's going to have to carry the team here the rest of the way, and maybe a chance to get a solid third period together here and have some confidence as the Foxes will head into their next game after this. The officials and teams are back on the ice. Third period coming up in just a bit. North Hills leads Fox Chapel by the score of 8-0. You're listening to and watching PIHL High School Hockey 2K16, and it's only here on the MSA Sports Network.
Hey you, the one who's so busy. You're gonna really like this. Dollar Bank's new no overdraft checking account. Did you hear me? Checking with no overdraft fees, ever. And if that's not enough, how about we'll give you $200 with your no overdraft checking account. That's right, $200, and you'll never be charged an overdraft fee. And that means no worries. You'll also get free access to over 55,000 ATMs, our app that includes mobile deposit and real-time alerts. There's only one place you can get this account, Dollar Bank. Sounds like a great new account for busy people like you. And when you open no overdraft checking before October 15th, you can earn $200. Yes, $200. So get going. Stop by, call 1-800-242-BANK or visit dollar.bank/200 today. Dollar Bank, mutually inspired. $200 offer for new customers only. Certain requirements apply in the first year. Call for details. 0.00% annual percentage yield. Subject to change without notice. Dollar Bank, member FDIC.
Well, the sounds of 3 Days Grace bring us back to RMU. 3 Days Grace is no more. Well, I guess they are, but I don't really count that since Adam Gontier left. And for Fox Chapel, their chances of starting the season 1-0 are pretty much gone, too. 8-0 North Hills leads here after the second period. Matt Vandriak, Kevin Zielmanski with you here on the MSA Sports Network for this 2016 PIHL High School Hockey premiere from RMU. And Kevin, it's just, we touched on it, a lot. That it's North Hills kind of had this season last year. A younger team, less experienced team, took their bumps in 2K15-16. Fox Chapel really having to reset the roster here this year, and they've taken their bumps through 34 minutes here tonight, down by 8.
And that happens when you're talking about scholastic sports. People graduate. They graduated some real good players from last year's team. And then you got to replace them with some younger guys, and they're going to have their growing pains, and I think we're seeing this tonight for the Foxes.
First sheet of ice out here for these teams to play on. Right to left, North Hills here in period number 3. Left to right, the Foxes go. And we have a power play chance here for North Hills. I'm sorry, for Fox Chapel. As this one's taken by the Indians and sent all the way back into the Foxes zone. This is the fourth power play try of the night for Fox Chapel. They are 0 for 3, including a 48-second 5-on-3. They're unable to convert on. Stites to the net, off the mask of the goaltender, that into the glove, Dylan Clark. And he'll hold for the draw, keeping the puck in the zone. 16:20 left here in this third period. Clock is rolling because once the team gets up 7-0, have mercy. Yes. Unfortunately, we have that going on right now.
If the goal is to keep the clock moving, then that was a good play by Stites. If they're trying to get something going, he needs to get across the goal line and possess the puck, or the blue line, and possess the puck a little bit and look for some opportunities. Just threw it at the net, no traffic, no rebounds. So just, I can't believe that that's what they're trying to accomplish here.
North Hills wins the face-off, and they'll send it all the way out. Good win by John Siebert, and then Siebert sends it back. Siebert, the captain of this North Hills team, denies entry to the Foxes as well, right at the blue line, as he sends it back into the Fox Chapel zone. Eisenson for the Foxes moves it to Stites at the left side. Stites crosses center red into the North Hills zone. Stites throws this one towards the net as we have 44 seconds remaining on the Fox Chapel power play. Stites along the right board, shot through traffic, stick save made by Clark, and it goes to the far wall. Wonderly after it there, sending it back behind the net. Doyle will find it for the Foxes. Stites wants the puck at the right point. He's going to shoot this one, redirect in front. Clark to save, follow-up try. Clark again, still battling for the puck, and where's it at? It's in. Fox Chapel gets the power play goal. With 22 seconds left, they had several opportunities at it, and Willie Doyle connects for the Foxes to Blake to take the goose egg that is off the board to make this an 8-1 game, a power play goal for Fox Chapel.
And Matt, that's exactly what I wanted them to do. They get it to the point, and they have traffic. The couple of times they were just crossing the blue line, throwing it to the net, there's no one there. And this time they have a couple guys, one playing in front, one playing to the side, so when it falls into the ice, they're able to whack and continue whacking until they put it in the net.
I was kind of surprised, Kevin, the whistle wasn't called for there, as this one's fed back towards the net. Clark kicks it out with the right leg, and it's going to be Eli Eisenson who gets the goal. Stites gets an assist, and for all of his work, Willie Doyle got nothing. I thought Doyle was the man who got the goal, but the officials say it was Eli Eisenson. So Eisenson, glad you got one, Eli. You helped me out a lot with the roster before the game. And Eisenson puts one home to make it 8-1. Weidman shoots to the net, blocked by Strawman. And into the meshing it goes. Face-off will stay in the Fox Chapel zone.
Didn't catch the assist. Give me that one. Did you catch it on the announcement?
Yeah, give me 1 second here to look back up here. It was Eisenson from...
Was it defenseman?
Stites. I thought that Doyle was going to get an assist on it too, but he did not.
We'll go with Eisenson from Stites then.
Here comes Waters Virgin for North Hills, moving it ahead to Warwick. Warwick gets around the defender, tries to bring the puck back this way. And a nice job by Fox Chapel as they're able to keep it on. Battle for the puck here, taken away. Weidman walks it down, looks it over. Weidman shot, glove, saved by Radigan, and he holds for the draw.
One time I didn't have it plugged in the right way.
So North Hills continues to control play. 13:20 left here in the third period, an 8-1 Indians lead. Of course, these teams are not in the same division of the AA conference, of the AA classification, that is. Chance back here for Fox Chapel. We'll tell you more about that in just a second. We talked about it a little bit in the pregame. Eisenson looking for goal number 2. Can't turn that one over. Stanton brings it out And a whistle, and I think a hand pass called against North Hills. But as we're saying, these teams open up against each other, and they will not play each other again this season as they're cross-conference foes. North Hills in the west, and Fox Chapel in the east.
So that probably means this will be their only meeting of the season. I believe the schedule is twice in your own conference/division and cross over one game with the other division /.
If it's the same as it's been in years past, it's the way that it will be. These teams met last year. Comes an opportunity here for the Indians. Drop pass. Kraus leaves it. Shot on. Save made. Follow try trying to stuff it in. And Radigan denies both Jones and Stanton in front. And then Stanton gets dropped by Doyle.
So that would mean 19 games played, 12 in your division, and 7 on the crossover for 19 total. So good save there from Radigan, getting a little bit more confidence. And Matt, you talked about the reset button, and I think Fox Chapel has done that a little bit here in the third period. They look a little better. Could be a little bit natural for the Indians to ease up with an 8-goal lead, but they're doing pretty well here. They got the goal. Radigan made some saves, and now they're trying to get it out after the faceoff.
Battle for the puck here behind the Fox Chapel net. And North Hills trying to keep pressure on and run down some of the clock, too. Kraus turns it over. Shot on Radigan. Save. Follow-up try. Stanton on the doorstep again. And Radigan, the freshman, able to keep it out. So a couple saves there for Radigan to grow on. Traffic around him. Able to knock a couple or keep a couple that is out of the net. Good stops there by the freshman.
Yeah, like you said, trying to win the period. So he makes a few saves. Have a little equipment, a couple more seconds off the clock here. So it's kind of a veteran move.
Burner lets one rip that Keller redirects just wide. Back to the right point. Soroka down low. After it there. It's North Hills. They'll bring it out. Fox Chapel, though, able to steal. And Krahowski, 2-on-1 if he hurries, able to track this puck down. Krahowski with the man go to the net, puts it in front, and he never got through. I think the goaltender, Clark, got a piece of it as Fox Chapel, Sam Stites, was bearing down on the net. Krahowski, giveaway. Nice job, though, by Fox Chapel's Duncan Regan to steal it back. And the puck ends up out of play. Neutral zone faceoff coming up with 10.5 left here in the third period. 8-1, North Hills in the lead.
Got to be a little more cautious when you're going D to D. You got to make sure that your partner is there and available, and he's not under duress from a forechecker. And that would allow them to transition if he would have taken a better look there. So ended up going out and face off in the neutral zone.
Puck played back into Fox Chapel ice. Foxes will bring it out. Regan up the near boards, has it taken away by Siebert. He and Regan collide. Siebert moves it ahead. Petrix has to wait for his teammates to get on side. Carl Petrix down the right side, 1-on-2. Petrix going to take it back behind the net, rubbed out on the play. Well defended by Jarrett Warwick of the Foxes. Puck played around to the far side. After it there for Fox Chapel. A penalty coming up.
Slashing indication. He looks like he's got number 8, Paul Cullen.
Cullen will go to the box as he whacked Shea Jones, who was trying to work his way to the Fox Chapel net. North Hills will go to the power play for the 4th time tonight. They are 2 for 3.
Again, the scorekeeper is not getting it correct. They put 2 minutes on the board. It'll be 3, so he should exit at the 6:44 mark of the third, remaining in the third period.
Face-off won by North Hills. Warwick circles back to the far boards. Warwick at the right point now. Goes down low to Waters Virgin. Nathan Waters Virgin looking for the hat trick. Waters Virgin comes out, tries to bring it back here to Siebert. Siebert at the left point looks it over. Siebert down the near wall. Going to find Warwick. Warwick going to send it out. Homick has it there. Here's a steal. To Krahowski's back with a 2-on-1. Here comes Seth Krahowski down the right side. Wrist shot coming. Pad save made as Clark closed the doors. Both Seth and Shane Krahowski came back with a short-handed 2-on-1. Puck floats back to the net. And Clark will take no chances covering with the glove and holding for the draw.
So good defense. Good Krahowski 2-on-1. Although I'd like to see him move it to the left side as 2 right-handers. They were able to space out, but once he went wide to the right to create some space, he didn't have an opportunity to pass it across. He'd have moved it to the left, they would have had a shooting pass opportunity, and he could have drove the back post.
Here comes a chance now for North Hills, trying to break it in shorthanded. Puck stolen away by Fox Chapel. As we are down to 55 seconds left here. Actually, there should be another minute on top of that, yes?
Yes, should be 1:52.
Holding the call against Cullen as they make the announcement here. Krahowski, a nice job. Shane Krahowski continuing his strong work. He gets taken down, no penalty called. O'Neal able to find the puck there for North Hills. Playing it around to the near side. Puck shot back towards the net. And along the far post, Clark finds that bouncing puck with the right pad as Fox Chapel Shane Krahowski was trying to bang it home.
So much better pressure for the Foxes. Better job killing the penalty. Was able to get a nice 2-on-1 opportunity, and now they're getting a little pressure again while shorthanded and getting an offensive zone face-off.
It's been a good period, as you said, Kevin. Win the period and take that momentum with you, and so far Fox Chapel has done that. Drop pass, fed back towards the net, blocked down there. Good defensive play by Zielmanski. I'm impressed with Ted Zielmanski's play. He's been very strong defensively, both shot blocking and breaking plays up. Shorthanded feed as Stites tries to find Wonderly, pass too far. No icing, though, because it's shorthanded. 45 seconds remaining on the North Hills power play. Keller gets the feed as he comes across center red. Keller up the right side will break the Fox Chapel zone. Zielmanski there to meet him. Another good defensive play by number 15 in black. Around here to the near side, puck cleared out. Fox Chapel. Good work by Sam Stites, another defenseman who's done a very nice job this evening. Stites setting up the only Fox's goal as well. Opportunity back the other way. North Hills brings it. Slowly dragging it there is Zach Rydell. Rydell goes to O'Neal. O'Neal shot through traffic, blocked. As Strawman gets in front of that, Zimmer chasing it down to the far side. Now he'll skate back towards the left point. Nice feed in front. Urbanek, who had a nasty wrist shot earlier. Nice move. Urbanek to the net. Backhander save made. Radigan. Follow-up try by Zimmer. And Radigan closes the door there with two nice saves.
Two very good saves. Urbanek with some nice hands there to dance around that defenseman that sort of popped out on him. Has the right shot. He had a pretty good angle there on the left side. But Radigan showing a little bit of improvement. I think you talked about it, Matt. I think early on it would have been good if they had someone to replace him. But now that he was in, it was kind of like, okay, I have to accept the fact we're down and make the best of it. And I think he's been much better here in the first half of the third period.
Face-off win as the power play expires. Burner with a big blast blocked there as Stites gets in front of it. To the near side, Jones. Jones puts it in front, going to come all the way over to Doyle. And Willie Doyle brings it back 1-on-3. Doyle trying to get around Isley as he goes to the left wing boards. Into the zone. Burner steps up on cue up the AC/DC. Doyle got thunderstruck on that hit by Burner.
He's going to go to the bench.
Shot to the net. Off the turnover. Krahowski, another good play in the offensive zone, but Clark equal to the save. And Dylan Clark's been good tonight for North Hills. He has tested early on, and this was still a game. Clark came up with some pretty big saves. 5.5 left here in the third. 8-1. North Hills in the lead. 4 in the first, 4 in the second for the Indians. Fox Chapel netting the only goal of this third period. We'll get you the post-game scoring recap as well as your management science associates. 3 stars after this one's all said and done. North Hills bringing it out up the left side. Jones hustling after it against Cullen. And back it goes, icing the call, and Jones loses his edge and hits the boards hard. As Cullen leaned into him a bit there. I think the officials might have been a little bit late on the whistle there, Kevin.
Yeah.
They probably should have blown that one a little bit sooner so that situation didn't happen, but luckily Jones is okay.
So they won the draw nicely. And D to winger on the far side was nice, but then it couldn't make that next pass and ended up icing, and then you had the race for the puck and the collision.
Face-off shot blocked, follow-up try fed to the net. That one goes wide as well as Eli Eisenson, who has the only Fox's goal, tries to put it through. Zielmanski is shot through traffic. The goaltender Clark never sees it, but it goes wide. Cullen finds it at the left point. He'll backhand it back down behind the North Hills net. Austin Isley after it there. Turning shot to the net. Wonderly turns it over, and Clark makes the stop to keep the score at 8-1 with 4:20 in this rolling third period clock. The Indians remain on top by 7.
So I haven't really noticed the Indians playing more younger guys than some of the older guys. So I think they're still, first game of the year still rolling. So my point is Fox Chapel looks much better in this period.
Absolutely. Here comes a chance back. Waters Virgin looking for that hat trick still. Backhands it towards the net. Zielmanski, another good defensive play for Fox Chapel, cuts it off. Waters Virgin steals, shoots, and Zielmanski blocks it. To the right side it comes. Blast there, back towards the net by Siebert, and it goes wide. Soroka putting it in front. Stick lifted. Nice job by Cullen to lift Warwick's stick. And Fox Chapel comes back with an odd man break. Stites, though, is going to be offside. He's going to have to wait for his teammates to touch it up. And that gives North Hills the opportunity to rebound and regroup as Jesse Weidman takes it. Weidman moves it ahead. Chip now. Waters Virgin going to go after it. He'll get there behind the net. Waters Virgin goes to the point. Stites will take it for Fox Chapel. Good feed. Shane Krahowski down the right side. Walks in. Krahowski can't get the shot off. He fans on a golden opportunity as he was coming down the near side. Trying to go glove hand against Clark.
He had Clark overcommit a little to the left side. Just couldn't hit that far side.
Warwick back the other way for the Indians. Double teamed by Krahowski and Zielmanski. Waters Virgin comes away with it. Nathan Waters Virgin, nice move behind the net. Look at him, bring it out. Shoots it, it goes through the goal mouth, still loose in front, and unable to turn it over the Indians. Nobody knew where that puck was at. It hit the inside of the goaltender's leg and bounced out between the circles. So Waters Virgin looks for that hat trick. Here it comes again. Nathan Waters Virgin into the zone, trying to get around 2 Fox Chapel defenders. Nice job there by Regan to take it away. 2.5 left here in the third period. 8-1. North Hills in the lead. Regan, good work there against Weidman as he sends it back to neutral ice. Bannock regroups for the Indians. Up the right side, opportunity here. John Siebert tries to enter, stood up by Shane Krahowski, and it's fed back into the Fox Chapel zone. And after it there for the Foxes, Eli Eisenson. North Hills keeps it. Big shot, glove, save made there by Radigan on a heavy rip from the right point by Hummock.
And again, Radigan just looks more comfortable here in the third period. It made a nice save there with the glove. It wasn't all the way out on the top of the crease, but far enough he saw it. Easily made that save as we get to the 1:43 mark to go in the third period. Fox Chapel down 8-1 to North Hills.
Bannock tries to just blast this one back to the net. That one's blocked. I think that Fox Chapel, Nathaniel Good, haven't seen much of him tonight, but he blocked that shot. Walking out in front, backhand try, denied there. Good defense on the play by Strawman. And now it'll be Seth Krahowski back the other way. Krahowski had the goaltender leaning, and he ripped the wrister to the stick hand side, but couldn't put it home. Back behind the net. North Hills, 70 seconds left. Homick bringing it out. Chips it ahead to Keller. I think Keller has 2 tonight.
1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute.
Fox Chapel takes it away. Nathan Miskey into the zone, drops it back. Krahowski stood up on a good check there by Liam O'Neill. And here come the Indians back one more time. Don't forget, we'll get to that in a second. Here's a chance. Breakaway. Great move to the net, but unable to turn it over there for North Hills. Is that Kraus? Those are Bannock. He showed off the sweet skills. Nice poke check, though, by Radigan, who gets aggressive there.
Couple penalties upcoming on Fox Chapel.
Go against Fox Chapel.
At least 1, maybe 2.
Good blocks another shot on a rip by Homick. And a penalty and a roughing call against the Foxes with 22 seconds left. We'll wrap this one up. A little frustration by Shane Krahowski, who's, I think, been Fox Chapel's best player tonight, either him or Ted Zielmanski. He's definitely been the best offensive player for the Foxes. Zielmanski's been very strong defensively. But I like the way Radigan's played in the third period. Aggressive, battling, and making some big saves. Not surrendering a goal here in this third period, and North Hills had some chances. Late shot, save made on that opportunity by Petrix. Stanton battles with Cullen, who rubs him into the boards in front of the Fox Chapel bench. Final 10 seconds here of this third period. 8-1 the score remains. Chance back here. Trying to get around a man. Shot on. Good stop made. Follow-up try doesn't go. As the final horn sounds, Matt Berner, a great chance. Now one more. Nice stop by Tyler Radigan, who definitely gained some confidence by posting the goose egg in the third period. But in the end, it's North Hills victorious here this evening as the Indians roll to an 8-1 victory. We'll take a break. We'll be right back to wrap it up with your MSA Sports postgame show. We'll have your scoring recap as well as your Management Science Associates 3 stars of the game. 8-1 North Hills victorious over Fox Chapel. We'll be right back here at the RMU Island Sports Complex. You're watching and listening to 2016 PIHL High School Hockey here on the MSA Sports Network.
MSASports.net is the place to click on every day this fall.
On Mondays, we have the latest MSA Sports Top 10 football rankings. Also on Monday, we check in on the former district stars now making the grade in college with WPIAL alum Q&A.
Tuesday is a look back at the biggest and best plays from the previous Scholastic football weekend with the plays of the week.
We go big game hunting on Wednesday with a preview of the top WPIAL football contests.
I'll look into my crystal ball on Thursday with the wildly popular Chicks Picks.
A complete rundown of all the games comes your way on Friday, plus plenty of broadcasts to choose from on Friday nights.
On Saturday, we'll take a look at the top performances with Friday night highlights. Then on Sunday, a look back at the previous day's high school standouts with Saturday's Scholastic Stars.
Anytime, anywhere, always there this fall with the MSA Sports Network at msasports.net.
Log on every Wednesday night at 7 for the latest high school football news during this week in the WPIAL here on the MSA Sports Network. Join Don Rebel and other members of the MSA Sports team as they visit with WPIAL football coaches, plus they run down the upcoming schedule and preview the weekend's top high school football games. That's this week in the WPIAL, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. this fall, only on the MSA Sports Network.
MSA Sports broadcasts are now. For the most complete recap of Friday night's WPIAL football action, tune in on your way home from the game to the MSA Sports Scoreboard Show, here on the MSA Sports Network. Hi, I'm Don Rebel. Join me in the MSA Sports Gang for all the scores and recaps from the top games, plus the MSA Sports Roundtable. That's the MSA Sports Scoreboard Show after the game on Friday nights on the MSA Sports Network and at msasports.net.
Back here at the RMU Island Sports Center, putting the finishing touches on North Hill's 8-1 victory over Fox Chapel, 2016 PIHL Premier Night here on the network. Game 1 of 2. The next game, Chartiers Valley and Sewickley Academy coming up, and Matt Vandriak and Kevin Zielmanski here to wrap up a very impressive night of hockey for the North Hills Indians. They get 2K16 kicked off the right way, a 7-goal victory over Fox Chapel.
Yeah, they come out early, put some pressure on the young goalie, forced him to be active and make some saves, took advantage of a couple bad offensive zone penalties taken by Fox Chapel way away from the play, unnecessary. And those 2 power play goals gave North Hills the early lead, or midway through the first period, the lead. And then they kind of rolled from there, and it just kept getting worse and worse for Fox Chapel. So 4 in the first for North Hills, 4 in the second. Intermission comes. You talked about hitting the reset button. I thought Fox Chapel did that. They come out, probably North Hills eased up a little bit. Fox Chapel looking to lay down a little bit of foundation upon which they can build, and they did that with a good third period. They played a little better. The goalie looked a little better, put some pressure on Clark and the North Hills goal, and they got a power play goal to prevent the shutout, but the final score was 8-1 in favor of the Indians.
Well, with that, Kevin, we have 9 goals to recap, so here's your post-game scoring recap.
So at the 7:34 mark of the first period, it was Ian Keller from Jeremy Zimmer and Jarrett Wark. Get used to hearing some of those names. That was a power play goal. Second power play goal came at 9:50 of the first period. It was Nathan Waters-Virgin from Jesse Weidman. Made it 2-0 North Hills. At 15:51, it was Keller for his second assist to number 74, Samuel Urbanik, and number 11, John Siebert. Then at 16:54, it was Waters-Virgin for his second assist to Wark. That was his second of the game. On to the second period at the 5:18 mark, it was Nathan Schroika, assist to Warwick and Weidman. At 8:44, it was Zimmer for his first, assist to Keller. At the 10:48 mark, it was number 38, Liam O'Neill, got his first of the year, assist to 31, Shea Jones. And at 11:21, it was Urbanik from Zimmer. That led us to intermission, 8-0 Fox Chapel. In the third, it was only one power play goal scored by Fox Chapel. It was credited to Eli Eisenson on a power play goal from Sam Stites. We are wondering if that was the case, but that's the one who was credited with the goal. And that was your scoring recap, 8-1. I did not catch the shots on goal. I don't think they were announced in the third, but intermission is 32-13 in favor of North Hills.
And North Hills did have a couple of good scoring chances in the third period, so the positive takeaway for Fox Chapel is that freshman keeper Tyler Radigan was actually really strong. He was aggressive, a good poke check, a couple of big saves in that third period. That's something to take away after a very tough game, and Radigan had a good start to the game, the power play goals, then the goal we didn't see the even strength when the floodgates kind of opened up, but a good recovery by Fox Chapel after North Hills had the 8-0 lead. And obviously it's going to be a little bit one-sided on the score, and when that's the case, your Management Science Associates 3 stars of the game will be one-sided as well.
Yeah, that's right, Matt. But I think before we get to that, Greg Kaminsky will be happy with the third period and try to go from there. So third star, Jeremy Zimmer, a goal, 2 assists, 3 points. Second star, Nathan Waters-Virgin, 2 goals for 2 points. And the number 1 star and the Management Science Associates player of the game is Ian Keller. 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points for North Hills.
Final score here from Robert Morris. North Hills kicks off the 2016 PIHL season with a very impressive 8-1 victory over Fox Chapel. Kevin, being a former coach and being on both sides of this, you have an 8-1 victory. If you're North Hills, what do you take home?
Well, you take home good execution on special teams, a good start, but you got a long season to coach, so you're really going to hammer the third period and not winning that third period, allowing Fox Chapel to kind of control the play there, because you're always going to be working on something. I think you're also saying that we're in a very, very difficult conference, and we have an opportunity to get some points. We need to get them, so we did that. So we got 2 points there, because they're going to have a lot of tough games. When you look at the teams in their division: Canevin, Mars, Moon, Levo, West A, Quaker Valley, some real traditional powers there. So North Hills trying to be a program on the rise with some tough games in the season, so get the 2 points when you can, and they certainly did that tonight.
And for Fox Chapel, one to grow on?
Yeah, I think you chalk up the early, the bad start. You got a freshman, some nerves early on, and I think you really try to help them turn the page very quickly on that first and second period, focus on that third period, a good response, a better period and goal for Radigan, and you try to clean up a lot of things. I thought they killed penalties decently. Their power play needs a lot of work in terms of controlling and moving around and getting some shots on goal with some tips and rebound. But lots for Coach Kaminsky and his staff to work on in practice in the upcoming weeks.
Final score here in the PIHL opener of the 2K16 season. It's North Hills knocking off Fox Chapel by the score of 8-1. Keep it here on the MSA Sports Network. 9:15, Game 2 of this PIHL Premier Doubleheader. Chartiers Valley and Sewickley Academy coming up next. For Kevin Zielmanski, Matt Vandriak, hope you enjoyed watching and listening to it as much as we did bring it to you. Your final score again from the RMU Island Sports Complex. North Hills wins over Fox Chapel by the score of 8-1. You've been listening to and watching 2016 PIHL High School Hockey only here on the MSA Sports Network.
You have been listening to PIHL High School Hockey at MSASports.net. Sponsored in part by Progress, by First Commonwealth Bank, by UPMC Sports Medicine, by Carlow University, by Officially Sports, by Dollar Bank, by Monticello's Italian Restaurant, and by Management Science Associates. You can follow the 2016 PIHL High School Hockey season every day this winter by logging on to www.msasports.net. Your high school hockey home is the MSA Sports Network. The preceding has been a special presentation of the Management Science Associates Sports Network.